Everyone knows you can use ChatGPT to make a listing narrative. I think that's pretty obvious nowadays. Today, we're not talking about that. We're talking about 5 more advanced ways that you can use ChatGPT to grow your real estate business. And at the end of this, I'm going to give you guys a free resource on how to really maximize your time on ChatGPT and make the very most out of it. Okay, so the very first advanced thing that you can be doing in ChatGPT is having it create lead magnets for you. If you don't know what a lead magnet is, it's basically a free something that you have as a download for potential clients. And so this could be a lead magnet from an organic source like a reel or a YouTube video, or it could be through a paid ad. Maybe you just have literally a paid ad out there that says, hey, download this checklist for first-time home buyers of things that you need to look out for to save you time and make sure you're not losing out on the best deal. When you're making a lead magnet, maybe you already have something in mind and you can just explain to ChatGPT exactly what you have in mind, and it'll break it down for you in a really good way. But maybe you don't have something in your mind and you're like, well, I need a couple ideas here. You can say, hey, I'm a real estate agent in this area, and I really want to make a lead magnet that will help me get more sellers that I can put into my funnel that I can follow up with. It's going to give you a bunch of different ideas. You can take those and start to go ahead and build those out. What's really nice is now you can actually make a document inside of ChatGPT. When you're using ChatGPT just regular, it'll go ahead and put it like in a conversation with you basically. But if you say, hey, can you take that and put it into a document? You tell it that. It will open it up into a document, and then you can refine it right there. You can literally take a section, delete it, write your own words, or you can tell it in a little side chat what you want it to do differently. This is a really good way to build out that lead magnet. And then you take all that information and you put it into Canva, make it look pretty. And now you have something that's going to get you more leads so you can close more deals. Okay, number 2 is viral script writing. When I first started to use this and you just put in like, hey, make me a video for first-time home buyers, it'll spit something out and it's going to be garbage. Don't do that. Maybe you start with that, but you need to train your ChatGPT on how you want your scripts written out. The first thing that you need to do is make sure that the script is not too long. It tends to be really long when you just ask it to make something and you don't give parameters to it. A good tip for this is to tell it how long you want the video to be, as in like the final product. If you tell it you want a 30 to 45 second video, it'll restructure the text to make sure that you can say it in that amount of time. So we know that the hook is important. I think everybody knows that nowadays, but put extra emphasis on it. One thing that you can do is say, hey, that hook is okay. Give me 10 different varieties of that. And then you can pick one of those and refine it from there. But what you also want to do is make sure that you're re-hooking people throughout the entire video. Something I've learned this past year is to have the payoff of the video at the end. If you tell them, you know, here are my top 5 things, and then you give them the top 5 things immediately, and then you start to explain them, you're going to lose people and they're not going to stay with you throughout the video. So give those kind of instructions to ChatGPT and say, hey, I want the hook here, and then I want to lead people to the main point of the video at the end. Even if it's a short video, you still want people to do that because these platforms care about watch time. And if you can get somebody to watch all the way through, the algorithm is going to push that video even further. Don't let ChatGPT give you some random script. Tell it exactly what you want. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys how to take some of these videos and turn them into really powerful SEO tools. Okay, so the next video is not quite as fun as a viral video, but it is really important. In a lot of states, you can represent both the buyer and the seller. I know in some states that's illegal, but here in Florida and many other states, you can do it. If you're in this situation, it can be a little sticky. You want to make sure that you are able to represent both of them equally. You're not favoring one or favoring the other. And ChatGPT does something called bias searching. And so whether you're sending an email to just one of the sides or both of them in the same email, you want to make sure that you're not favoring one over the other. So what you can do is put your proposed email in here and go, what does this look like? Does it look like I'm favoring one person or the other? Does it look like I'm being unfair? Is there something that you would do differently to make sure I'm representing both parties equally? This can save you a lot of headache later on and make sure that you're on the good side of both parties. Okay, number 4 is contract writing. Now I know most of the contract is basically written for you and you just fill in the blanks. Yep, I want 10 days of inspection and they're going FHA. But part of it that isn't fill in the blank, or I guess the whole thing is fill in the blank, is the additional terms section. So where you would be putting in concessions or like maybe you want additional closing costs or you want them to fix the plumbing that's going on. There's a lot of different things you can put in here, literally unlimited. And it could be a little tricky filling that out. Maybe you have a really interesting situation and you want to make sure that you're portraying this right. Make sure that, if you're representing the buyer and the seller sees it, they are not going, what are they even talking about? You write it clear, concise, and make sure that there's no loopholes in it. So tell ChatGPT the story. Literally use the voice part of it where you say, hey, my buyer wants new plumbing. They want to keep the refrigerator that's there, and they want them to have a gift basket on the table at the end. Those kind of things, you can just tell ChatGPT, this is the story, and it will give you a perfect way to say it in the contract to where it makes sense and it keeps everybody safe. All right, let's talk about the last one here, turning those videos into powerful SEO tools. So once you write your viral script, I'm mostly talking about YouTube videos at the moment. Once you write that script and the video does well, what you want to do is take the text file or the transcript of that video and put it directly into ChatGPT. You can literally upload the file to it. You don't even have to type it out. It can read through the whole thing. And so put that in there and say, hey, I want a blog written about everything that I said in this video. Super powerful. You can give it exactly what you want. A pro tip on this is tell it to put a lot of bullet points, a lot of headlines, sub-headlines, and make sure that it's breaking it up in a way that's really easy to digest. A lot of times it'll give you something that has some bigger words in it, right? What you want is a 3rd grade reading level. So say, hey, I want this at a 3rd grade reading level. I want it to be maybe approximately 2,000 words long, and I want you to reference back to the video several times. This will be a great way for you to take that video that you made, embed it onto your website, have a blog down below it, and now you're backlinking between your YouTube channel and your website, and you have so much SEO going on. This is a really powerful tool. Super underutilized in my opinion, and it will help you rank higher and higher on Google searches. SEO isn't talked about a whole lot nowadays with everything going towards social media, but it's still really powerful. You still look on Google trying to find the top realtor in your area. So if you can take a video that you're already making and double down on it, make it more effective, why wouldn't you? So if you're a real estate agent and you're trying to grow your business and you're using ChatGPT as a resource, which you should be, I made a whole ChatGPT prompt list. These are the things that I feel like work really well for the topics that we talked about and a few more, totally free. So if you guys want that, this is a lead magnet. Go down below, click the link and download it. I think it'll help you out. That's it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next one.